Hey, total y'all family at this time. May the peace of y'all come upon you when you learn to obey him. This is a very important video we must cover at this time, brothers and sisters. It's to the utmost important that we learn the words of Yah. The nation will help us return. Yes, from captivity. And we're going to see this from different time periods. And this end time will be called the end times, which is the end times of captivity. Yes. Remember, we are scattered throughout the earth, brothers and sisters. And a remnant is called to come back to Yah at this time. Yah already said he gonna serve. He gonna not serve but save 1/3 of all the nation of Yah. Our brothers and sisters. He said he was gonna put it through the fire, that we be tried and tested. Our brothers and sisters, and that those who turn to Yah, you're gonna see this in the writing, and believe Yah will be saved, will be delivered. And so I've been covering these things and showing you how we're going to be saved. I'm going to show you another portion of Yah's salvation plan. I'm not going to cover every single thing in detail at this time, but I'm going to cover the initial starting point, because it's so important. And as well, in this video, you will see much talk about the Messiah, because the prophets talks about the Messiah. So just about everything I'm going to cover, I might add some other prophet books in it, but at this time, I'm dealing with the book of Yahshua, they call Isaiah. Yah saves, yes. Yah will save his people. So, and I'm going to show you how Yah will save his people. Because, see, this is the thing a lot of people like the knowledge of. How Yah going to save his people? Because you read in the scripture, a lot of places Yah say he's going to save his people. And I hear a lot of people say, yes, y'all gonna do it. Yes, y'all gonna do it, but in the means of y'all doing these things and gathering his people, he used people as well. And that's still him doing it. So these things you must see and learn to know the every words of Yah. It's very important. Because I see people, they come to me, they want to challenge the words of Yah. They look at the challenge of me to try to prove me wrong and prove what they see is right. But they never tell you or show you or have the knowledge to show you the complete plans of Yah. They all leave out a part of Yah plan. And in this part, it's very important because this got to do with people, dealing with people. But all inspired by Yah. This is what a lot of people like the knowledge thereof. What I'm going to show you today in this video. At this time, I call it the video in this video because I'm not among you physically face to face. So I have to do it in a recording setting. So keep that in mind, brother and sister. So let's get into it. I'm reading at this time from the translation called the Living Bible. I might show you a piece as well in a translation called the Scriptures. So keep that in mind. So let's get into it right here, brothers and sisters. Verse 1 is very important. So you remember this is translated. Translation, and the translator added and replaced the correct name of the creator. So they got the 4 capital letters right there. They say when they do this, when you read how to use the Bible, they substitute to the name of the creator and added the word Lord and God. Adonai. So keep that in mind. Elohim. El. So keep that in mind. And Yah will have mercy on Yahshua Yah. They got Israelis, but it's Yahshua Yah. And they are still his special ones. He will bring them back to settle once again in the land of Yahshua Yah. And read it, verse 1 to 2. See, so Yah making this promise, this statement that he gonna bring us back home to settle in his land. He said we still are his special ones. And many nationalities will come. See, Troy's saying, he's showing you at this part of the statement that eventually when we return home, many nationalities will come and join. See, join them there. See, in the land. And be their loyal allies. See, verse 2, it said the nations. And then he go into another statement, the nations. See, this not a This first statement is not the beginning. It's showing what's going to take place inside the land, how this is going to come inside. Now it's showing right here the second statement. See, sometimes when you read the verses and chapters, everything don't go in line with each other, in time wise. Sometimes y'all show you the latter part, and then go right to that and bring you the beginning part of it, like here. And sometimes you'll see, that's why you gotta carefully read it. You'll see the beginning, then you go in continuation and show you the end. So you gotta know all of these things as well. So the second part of it right here, it say the nation of the world. This is what I'm showing you this sister, because sister challenged me. And now you're going to know Yah wasn't with you in your statement. And now you're going to humbly repent to Yah and follow every word of Yah and learn them. It's very important. It said the nations of the world will help them to return. You see that? This is right here, this in this statement here. It's saying the nations, I'm going to show you, y'all going to give the nations a sign. So, see, all of these things you got to know how the world going to help us in this condition we are in now, and the earth don't know Yah. That's why it's so important. I'm showing the people, you must be taught, we must gather together so they can see the signs of Yah. As it being proclaimed to them, their eyes will be open to see, just like your eyes had to be open to see, to know that you are Hebrew people, you are Hebrew people, you are chosen people. That many false teachers taught you against, even some of your mothers, fathers, grandfathers, and grandmothers, and places they taught you to, this places they took you to, allow somebody else to take you to be taught lies. So keep that in mind. These things you got to remind yourself of. So right here, it says the nations, right here, of the world. It didn't say all that, but say the nations. It don't get into talk specifically which one, but you'll know at that time the nations of the world will help. See how I say help? Some translators say aid them to return, and those coming to live in their land will serve them. You see that? That go back up, and now you see that part of the statement in there. See. And saying those enslaving Yashael will be enslaved. See, Yashael rule her enemies. So you know these things have not come to pass. So you know right there that was talking about that at the end times of captivity. So right there, so they're gonna help us to return home. So that's a part of the salvation of plan. So you know in the period they're gonna come, they're gonna help us to return home. So keep that in mind. The nations. I was going to go to another translation called, real quick, if I can, called the scriptures, and show you how it reads there. So right there, we all dealing with translation. If you say King James Version, read a little different instead of translation. You always got to remember that, people. But don't read too much of a difference. So 14:2 here, right here. See how it reads? And the people shall take them. See, it's on the peoples of the nation, and bring them to their own place. See, to own land. That's how it reads there. So keep that in mind. I just want to show you. It reads a little different depending on what translation you pick up. So when you pick up both, and that's why I have multiple translations, because in reading you will see a better outlook. So with that, I got that covered. So let's go to at this time Isaiah 49. It's very important. So that's self-explanatory. The nation's gonna aid our people to get home. So now y'all showing you how he gonna deliver you. It's him doing it because he don't want to use the people to do it. Nobody in no nation will help out or aid our people. Not until y'all inspire them. Once we say our confessions before y'all, acknowledge our ancestors' sins, all these things that y'all told us to do. And our people ask y'all. If they do say these things, please turn your face back to them and deliver them. And so when we do these things, I've done it. I've seen some other people done it as well, which opened up the door for our return. These are things you must learn and know, brothers and sisters. It's very important to go read Solomon's prayer. You'll see that statement there. Go read Daniel's prayer. You saw that statement there when they was in Babylon. He said that prayer, that same statement there. So these are things you got to know, brothers and sisters, how we will be delivered, and know the importance of turning back to Yah to be delivered. Because I'm going to get into when y'all say rise and shine. You see, let your light so shine before the world. I got ahead of myself that the world may see your light. See, that's dealing with our whole nation. That they would turn and honor Yah, see, and come to your light. You see how they got to come to us? We don't have to go to them when we walk in the righteousness of Yah. But when people walk out of the righteousness of Yah and walk in unrighteousness, they go to the United Nations on the earth and try to establish some kind of formality, some kind of form of peace or sovereignty. See, totally against the will of Yah. That they would never get it, brothers and sisters. They have a false appearance like they have it. So in Isaiah 49, chapter 49, Isaiah, I'm going to start off with verse 12. Give me a moment, let me get there. So the words of Yah is sure and perfect, brothers and sisters, able to convert the whole person, making the simple ones wise. Yes, it's Torah, if you trust Yah and follow the plans of Yah. Right here in verse 12 of Isaiah, Yashayah 49, it say, see, my people shall return from far away, from the north, west, and south. Sing for joy, O heavens. Shout, O earth. Break forth. It's very important because see, in these statements, you're going to see Yah refer to Zion as a widow. A woman, yes, the land he's talking about, not the people, because sometimes scripture refer to us as Zion, but this is going to talk about the particular land itself. When y'all put us out of that land, remember before y'all turned us a face away from our people and left us, and then he allowed the enemy to come in and ravage the land and the people. And he said, and Shalom. And Zion should get her rest. See, because you got to remember, when y'all first gave us that land, some give you land flowing with milk and honey, which is to feed us. When we go there, and we'll dwell in peace and safety, and it will feed us and nourish us like it's a woman. So keep that in mind. So now the land is a widow. Y'all left that place. And left it desolated. Other people came and kept in the place, and y'all said it, and now Zion should get her rest. So keep until this day, it's still getting her rest. So let's keep going, brothers and sisters. Right here, I read that part. It's a sing for joy, O heaven, shout, O earth, break forth with song, O mountains. For Yah has comforted his people. See, he's telling us the fourth time he's gonna comfort his people when we return home. And will have compassion upon them in their sorrow. See, yet they say, Oh my Yah, that deserted us, for he has forsaken us. He said, never can a mother forget her little child and not have love for her own son. Yet even if that should be, see, if that be, that's a wicked woman. But let me keep reading and say, I will not forget you. See, Yah, these promises of Yah that he gave to the prophet. It's a C. My camera keeps fading out. Let me see, can I move it over, switch it over and try to get it more focused. Give me a moment. Because I see what you see in the monitor. It's so give me a moment. Let me get there, brothers and sisters. Find my place. It's never can a mother forget her little child and not have love for her own son. Yet even if that should be, I will not forget you. See, I have tattooed your name upon my palm, and every before me is a picture of Yah Shalom, walls in ruins. You see that? Soon your builders, your rebuilders shall come and chase away all those destroying you. You see that? See, so y'all said soon the builder, which is our people that are going to restore the land, the kingdom of Yah, going to chase away all the ones who are destroying you. See, sorry, those in our land are the ones causing us to be destroyed all over the earth. Y'all put that out right there so all can see. It said, look and see, for Yah has vowed that all your enemies shall come and be your slaves. You see that? That's a vow for Yah. That's why we got to separate from them and return home for all us to be. They cannot become our slave, which is the reverse order. We are service to them in captive lands, and we stay stagnant and we stay content in the land among them because of money. I know why 99% of our people, they're comfortable, they earn the money, they forgot, they don't care that we were born here as slaves. They'll make excuses to say our people died in America, our people worked this land, so now I want to stay among the European people and keep getting killed. Don't care if anybody gets killed. Long they still gain wealth for themselves in America and for their immediate family. This is what goes on in the minds of a lot of our people, brothers and sisters. So they seek their own enemy for what they call justice, help, righteousness, dependency. Because they've been dependent on the European people ever since they came into captivity. Y'all allowed it to be that way for punishment. To the point now they love the European people, their enemy, more than they love the Creator and their own people. And all y'all know this is a fact, even the ones that doing it. But they don't care. The hot it's burned like with a hot iron. So right here, soon I read that part. It says, see, so how the scriptures got this in your scriptures as well. Your enemies shall come and be your slaves. These are the ones that obey Yah and return and get their heart and focus and mind focus on the things of Yah to do them. And they will be as jewels to display. You see that? As bridal ornaments. Even the most desolated parts of your abandoned land shall soon be crowded with your people. You see that? And your enemies who enslave you shall be far away. You see that? That's why I made a statement on Facebook today. Your Europeans would not be in the land, brothers and sisters, the ones who enslaved us. That's a fact. No one who enslaved us would be near us in that land, brothers and sisters. That's a fact, brothers and sisters. So keep that in mind. This is the statements of Yah right here. You got to take this to heart, brothers and sisters, and separate yourself from the European people, your enemies. It said, who enslave you shall be far away. The generation, born in exile shall return and say, we have need more room. It's crowded here. See, right now, we are the generation, and the children you have today are the generation who are born in exile. But when the remnant that leave, you're going to be the ones that take it away, and then your children after exile will be called the blessed of Yah. See, right now, not one soul on the face of the earth called the blessed of Yah in our nation. People say blessings and bless, but they don't know what the blessings of Yah are or is. So right here, is we living by Yah mercy, but to get Yah blessings, we must carry out all these things for Yah. As he said it in a statement. So right here, and the generation born in exile shall return and say, we need more room. It's crowded here. Then you will think to yourself, who has given me all these? See, for most of my children were killed, and the rest were carried away into exile, leaving me here alone. See, that's talking about referring to Zion, the widow woman, which is the land, who bore these, who raised them for me. You see that? The one that was in exile, and return home. It's a Yahweh say, see, I will give a signal to the Gentiles. You see that? Remember I read you earlier? See, y'all putting a signal, gonna give the Gentiles a sign. I know this as well. A sign of righteousness, a sign of the Messiah. You're gonna see these things, brothers and sisters. I hope I can do it all in this video. But read this. You got to see this. I'm showing you through the writings of Yah how Yah gonna use the nation. See, it says Yah, Barah say, see, I will give a signal, which is a sign to the Gentiles, see the nations. And they shall carry your little sons back to you. See, talking to Zion. Not to people, but to Zion, the land, in their arms. And your daughters on their shoulders. Kings and queens shall serve you. You see that? Remember I showed you earlier how they're going to come. Even right here, they're going to serve us. See, aiding us. See, the rulers of these nations going to serve us and aid us to help us return home. And they shall care for all your needs. You see that? All the things we need. See, Yah, He's going to reverse the order when we gather together. And then He's going to open the eyes and they're going to see us gather together. And they're going to know we are the ones of Yah that need help and aid. And they're going to see to our needs. So that means we're going to be in communication. For them to take care of our needs, they're going to have to know what we need to aid us. You see that? How y'all, now y'all restore blessings upon us when you obey Him. This is what 99 or almost 100 of our people don't even mention. But 99.9% don't even know. Don't even teach. They teach one-sided that they don't even know about this part. That's why they have you going back to different lands. They have you going to Israel and be under the force of your enemy there. They don't even know how to return back home. They read one scripture saying we return home, but don't know how all the rest of the scripture saying how we going to return home and have our peace and be safe on that day. They don't know these things. They don't put it all together, brothers and sisters. I'm not getting on, but I'm showing you another part that you don't know. And then they shall bow to the earth before you and lick the dust from off your feet. And then you should know that I am Yah. See, they're going to lick the dust off your feet by, serving you. And those who wait for me shall never be ashamed. You see that? Waiting for Yah for all these things to come to pass. As you obey Yah and gather together, you're going to wait and see all of these things as you do and get in line as Yah tell you to get in line. That's why he give you a teacher that will show you the true words of Yah. How far I'm going down with this? I'm going down to the 25th verse. I'm going to read it out right here. It says, and who can snatch the prey from the hands of a mighty man? Who can demand that a tyrant let his captives go? You see that? Yah can. It said, but Yah say, even the captives of the most mighty and the most terrible shall all be freed. You see that? For I will fight those who fight you. You see that? So, see, why y'all say He's going to fight those who fight us, trying to stop us and prevent us from gathering? That's what He's showing you right there. And I will save your children. You see that? I will feed your enemies with their own flesh, and they shall be drunk with rivers of their own blood. See? And all the world should know that I am Yah. And Barah, the Barah, see how they got one capital letter that's referring to a title. And Barah am your Savior and Redeemer, the mighty one of Yashael. See how y'all say He's our Savior and Redeemer? But He showed you over here how He gonna give the signal to the nation to help us. You gotta know all of these things, because a lot of people say, "Oh, Yah's our Savior. We don't need nobody to aid us." And Yah just show you He gonna give them the sign to bring you from you and your children from afar back to the motherland. Y'all shalom. So you got to know all of this in detail, brothers and sisters. Majority of the teachers today don't know this. They're teaching one part and keep you blind. People come up against me. Yes, constantly. Last week, they try to lead many astray because they don't know the words of y'all like this, brothers and sisters. We got to put it all, every bit, all of it. So we got to know that the gathering is a sign that we're going to be delivered and be set free. And y'all going to aid the people. Y'all going to give the people a sign to aid us. So keep that in mind. Zion is addressed as a widow. So you got to keep that in mind. As at this time, I'm going to go to Isaiah. I'm going to go back to Isaiah 11 to show you another very important part that links into this. All of this reference go together. This all part of the salvation plan. So Isaiah 11, chapter 11, verse 10, I'm going to read to show you, further to show you the sign of Yah that he's going to get to the nation. Right here. It say, in that day, so verse 1 reads right here. So you got to notice, the royal line of David will be cut off. The royal line of David was cut off during the Babylonian time period. That was the last king we had reigning in our nation. Chopped down like a tree. You see that? But from the stump will grow a shoot. See, from the same offshoot, from the same root will grow a stump. See, from the stump will grow a shoot. See, a branch right here. They got branch. Grow a branch. Yes, a new branch. You see that? From the old root. See, from the same old family line. And the spirit of Yah, which is the knowledge of Yah, shall rest upon him. The spirit of wisdom. See, they got understanding, counsel, and might, and the spirit of knowledge. They repeat it again. And the fear of Yah. And his delight will be obedience to Yah. So keep that in mind. See, these things link right here to 10. Verse 10. So in that day, he who created the royal dynasty of David. See right here they got C. And right here they got literally the root of Jesse. Possibly the meaning is the heir of David royal line. You see that? They show the red dead. See, the meaning of David royal line is the Messiah. His seed, his offspring. So keep that in mind right there as well. And so right here, let me get my place, brothers and sisters. I'm in 10. Okay, in that day, he who created the royal dynasty of David, you know who they talking about, his offspring will be a banner of salvation. See, a sign of salvation to all the world. See, the Messiah is a sign, a banner, a sign of Yah's salvation to all the earth when he's living among you. See, from the same root. He's not coming from heaven like the Europeans taught you, but he coming from that same old root that was cast out. Y'all said it. And the whole, he told Hosea, the northern tribe, they have no more king, and for a long time they would be without a king. You see that? The northern nation got put out first with their king. Then the southern nation got put out with their king. Then y'all said return, and there'd be one king on the return back home. So these are things you got to know. Brothers and sisters, you find that in Micah chapter 2, verse 12 to 13. I might not get there in this video, but that's where you find that reference, cross-reference to this at right here. Let me get it back right here. See, we'll be a banner of salvation to all the world. You're going to see, it's going to come to time when our whole nation will be assigned to this earth. That's when we return home. But initially, before we return home, the sign of salvation to the world is the Messiah from the seed line of David. I'm showing you right here. And also to the people of Yah. Once they learn these things and see it's so, it's right here. So verse 12, I'm going to jump down to verse 12. No, let me go finish on read on verse 11. It says, at that time, Yah will bring back a remnant of his people. You see that? As as well as the Messiah speak, he gonna become he a sign of salvation to all the world. The nation will rally to him. See, the nation's gonna rally to. Remember, it's rally to him to aid him. Remember, I said we got to get home. The Father gonna get them a sign to help us to return home. See right here, the nation will rally to him, for the land where he lives will be a glorious place. So keep that in mind. And so at that time, Yah will bring back a remnant of his people for the second time. You see that? Returning them to the land of Yah from Assyria. So keep that part. See, Yah say at that time, he's going to bring us back. We're not home in our land. Hold it for a minute. Let's go to Micah right here. Micah, right here. I'm going to go to Micah to link that and show you. At that time, you return to home, but you're not returning home under your own principle order, without a head, without a leader, without a king. And Micah 2 right here, to go with that, you must read this right here. 2 right here, verse 12. It said, the time will come. See the Father showing you a time period will come. Oh, Yashael, Yah, he talking to the whole 12 tribes. When I will gather you. You see that? We're going to go back and show how y'all going to gather us. All that are left. See, he said, all that are left. And bring you together again. You see that? Like sheep in the fold. And like a flock in a pasture, a noisy crowd. They got happy, but it's a noisy crowd. See how you got the Messiah? They got A. He who opened the breach. Some translators say the breach maker. See, the breach maker is the Messiah right here. Will lead you out of exile, showing lead you out of exile. That means the Messiah is among you in exile and bring you through the gates of your cities of captivity. Back to your own land. See, see right there. He bring you back to your own land. That means he is with you. See, he will lead you. This is the order of Yah that he gave the prophets. The Messiah will lead you, who was born from the offspring of David, who came up from the old root in the earth. See, it said the Messiah will lead you out of exile and bring you through the gates of your cities of captivity back to your own land. And your king will go before you, see, as Barah leads on, see, by the knowledge of Yah, leads on. But he will go before you, see, among you. So these are things you got to know, brothers and sisters, as I'm going to go back here. So let me go over here real quick. I'm going to come back to here. So we got that. I'm going to go to remnant and show you another cross-reference to that in 23, verse 3. Almost duplicated of Micah chapter 2, verse 12. It's right here. Say, look, I will gather together the remnant of my flock from wherever I have sent them. You see that? And bring them back into their own fold. And they should be a fruitful and increase, and I will appoint responsible shepherds to care for them. You see that? And they shall not need to be afraid again. All of them should be accounted for continually. For the time is coming. See how you go right into the Messiah. For the time is coming, says Yah, when I will place a righteous branch, remember the branch of David, upon King David's throne. He shall be king who shall rule with wisdom, but his righteousness, and cause righteousness to prevail everywhere throughout the earth. And this is his name, Yazidek, or Yazidek, but they got Lord our righteous, which is, see, I got to tell us at that time, Yada will be saved, and Yashael will live in peace. And then in Zechariah chapter 9, you'll see more how we're going to be saved at that time after we take the land back on that day. So you got to know this, brothers and sisters, as I'm going to go back here and show you once again here. So we coming from all these, returning from all these lands right here in verse 11. See, it's at that time, see, I say at that time, Yah will bring back a remnant of his people for the second time, returning them into the land, the land of Yashael from all the different locations, from distant coastal lands. You see that? So you're coming back, but not by yourself, with the Messiah, by the aid of the nation right here. Say, because remember I read it up, the nation gonna rally to the Messiah. He said he will, see the Messiah again, he will raise a flag among the nations. See y'all right here, among the nations? The nation is the one gonna help. Y'all giving them a sign. A flag is a sign that y'all even taught us and gave us a custom to have flags when we march out of the camp and return home. With on the east side, the nation of Yada led the way first with their banner, with their flag. Each tribe had a flag, so you keep that in mind as well. So right here, so he will raise a flag among the nations for them to rally to. You see that? See now remember he said the nation gonna rally to. Now he's raising the flag for the people of Yah to rally to. You know, the flag. I'm here. Remember what y'all said. I'm raising the flag so you to come to the rally to me. Rally also mean get organized. Because our nation at this moment in a state of confusion. They don't know their leader. So right here, he said he will raise a flag among the nations for them to rally to. He will gather, see I say he, not they, but he will gather the scattered Yashayelah from the ends of the earth. See, the Messiah, not everyone in our nation. Even though I read the part earlier in Aremia that he gonna put responsible teachers, but their responsibility is not to rally the people to them. Because they must learn and teach what the Messiah teach about the rally of the people to the Messiah. Then they will be responsible teachers of Yah, shepherds, leaders of Yah. But not the Messiah, the anointed one himself, the chosen one of Yah, to do this. You're going to see this. That Yah put the covenant on, that I'm going to give you the rest in a minute. So let's get it right here. So in that day, no, I read that. 12, he will raise a flag among, I want you to read it, see that again. It's in your scriptures as well. A lot of people overlook this because they don't know this. For them to rally to. He will gather the scattered Yashayelah from the ends of the earth. Then at last, at this time, once we be gathered, the remnant that will come and go into the land, to recapture the land, the jealousy right here, see, between Yashayelah and Yada will end. The two tribes, not the two tribes, but the two nations, the northern kingdom, the southern kingdom. Now, for the first time since they've been divided, the northern kingdom going to accept the Messiah from the southern kingdom. And we all going to be one. With one king over us, like the scriptures say, instead of having two. That's why our nature, that's why the jealousy was there. See the jealousy between Yashayelah, Yah? Because remember, when the kingdom got divided under Jeroboam, he went and set up a place of worship to Baal in give me a moment, in Samaria. And Jeroboam already had the kingdom, and Benjamin remained with him. Remember that? And then in chapter 7 of Isaiah, the king tried to dethrone Ahaz from the throne. That's why y'all gave him a sign of the baby called Emmanuel. And then in verse 7:16, he said, before the baby know right from wrong, the two kings that sought the dethrone the kingdom and take the kingdom away from Ahaz will be destroyed. See, even the northern nation was jealous. They even tried to get Syria to aid them to snatch the kingdom and set up another king and remove the seed line of David from the throne. That's why y'all stepped in to alter the plans of Yah. See, that's a part of our history. So right here, y'all was showing them when the Messiah gathered our nation at that time, we be gathered in one place. The jealousy between the two will end. See, he said will end, be over. They will not fight each other anymore. See, when you know the history. Why do you think all this came and all this knowledge came to Yahshua? A lot of things took place. Y'all showed them these things. And he showed them how it was going to end. And by whom? Of our nation on that day when we come together. Not until we come together, this will not end among our people. See right here, and they will not fight each other anymore. See, infighting of the 12 tribes. See right here, it say together. See, now at last we together. That's what y'all showed in a nutshell. And at that time in Ezekiel 37, that a lot of people teach that it's King Dawid, but no, the Messiah on hand from the seed line of Dawid, for the offspring of Dawid, is the one that orchestrated this and organized this to get the two back one again, and then we go on the land and take it. You got to know that. So right here, by the will of Yah. So right here, brothers and sisters, is so central and important to the unification of our nation. And so, and they will not fight each other anymore, and together they will fly against the nations possessing their land. You see that? On the east and on the west, uniting forces to destroy them. You see that? We got to have military weapons to unite forces to destroy them, brothers and sisters. This is a military campaign to go back home, if you know what I'm not. It's that deep, brothers and sisters, that we come together and get organized. A lot of y'all don't know this. That's a fact. Anybody speak against this going to be kind of rebel, and you're going to be cast out of our nation. You're going to be excommunicated once we get together. If you don't repent of these things, take it as a game of lightly, and you're going to see you're going to die in your sins. So keep that in mind right here. And see right here say, unite to destroy them, and they will occupy the nation of Edom. And more and all three of them lands is ours as well. So in addition to our own homeland. So keep that in mind. I'm going to continue, brothers and sisters. 43, chapter 43. I got a little bit more to show you that is essential to the teachings of Yah and Isaiah. I can show you many other things in the scripture, but I'm going to stick with Isaiah. And enough is enough for now. So Isaiah, and say, I invite my brothers to come on to the Yah News. Come on to the conference call. I try to have my best much as possible every night. I change the time from time to time, but on a regular 8 o'clock Eastern time. All can come. All of the 12 tribes can come and we can talk. We got to get organized, brothers and sisters, to prepare to leave captivity, brothers and sisters. The earth got to see the sign of Yah for us to be delivered. So let me get on to it right now, brothers and sisters, as I'm speaking to you at this time. Chapter 43, verse 43, verse 5, verse 5 to 8, right here. And it reads, it said, don't be afraid, for I am with you. I will gather you from east to west. You see that? And y'all shows how. I showed you how y'all going to gather our people from north and south. I will bring my sons and my daughters back to Yahshua Yah from the farthest corners of the earth. All who claim me as their bara will come. You see that? This is old century, brothers and sisters. See, everybody in our nation don't claim Yah is not coming at this time. So when you read different scriptures, it shows different time periods of people returning. But on the second time, our whole nation come, it's not claiming Yah. So it's going to be a remnant that's going to lead with the Messiah. You got to know this as well. I'm teaching it to you now so you can see. It's right here. It said, all who claims me as their bara will come. See, this is willingly coming. So it's all who claim Yah as their bara. They got God, but that's false. But as bara, the creator, will come. For I have made them for I have made them for my honor. They got glory, but honor. I created them. You see that? See, this is going to be the honor choice of Yah, who willingly come, who claim Yah as their bara will come. For I have made them for my honor. See, the special jewels he's talking about. I created them for this reason right here. Bring them back to me.